Hi there, and thanks for stopping by. Today, I'm going to begin to reveal a few of the items in my green smoothies. This delicious little piece of work right here. I start my day every day with a very, very, very nutritional green smoothie. And so I'm going to share with you, like I've done in some past videos, some of the items that I put in this smoothie. And countless people ask me to walk them through some of the things. Now, I've also had people say to me, John, what do your smoothies taste like? And my answer is they taste really healthy. So now that could mean all kinds of things, right? But the point is ask yourself this question. Do you live to eat or do you eat to live? There's a big difference. So one of the things that I suggest is that you learn to eat things that are incredibly good for you. It's not just about taste all the time. It's about what's incredibly healthy, what's going to make you feel great throughout the day and give you abundant energy and reduce inflammation in your body and aches and pains, and it boosts your immune system to the point where you simply don't get sick. You just don't feel de-energized or depressed. All right? So now a lot of things go into my smoothies, so it's going to take either one really long video or a number of clips to make the point. But I'm going to start today with just what's in the base. What do you start with? Now this might sound overly simplistic, but you start with really healthy water. And the reason you start with really healthy water is because over 75% of your body is water. Now think about this in this way. Think about your body like a swimming pool. What happens to a swimming pool if you don't keep it in a healthy pH balance? What happens if it gets too acidic, for example? All right, because a pH balance is a balance between alkalinity and acidity, all right, on a scale of 0 to 14. So a 7 right in the middle is a healthy balance between acidity, overly acidic, and alkaline. All right, now remember something about disease. Disease thrives in an acidic environment, and disease cannot survive in a highly alkaline environment. So we have to be very careful with that. And many of the foods that we eat, all dairy, all meats, wine, coffee, liquor, soda, all that is very acid forming in the body. So the diseases just love it. The greens, for example, are very alkaline boosting or alkaline forming in the body. So in addition to eating a lot of greens, you can also begin with your water. So right here behind me is a machine that does an incredible job filtering out toxins and debris from the water and then boosting the pH balance. So I can actually set the machine at a higher pH, 7, 7.5, 9, 9.5. I usually set it at 9.5 pH, so it's very alkalized. It also filters the water. And it does something else referred to ORP. ORP is oxygenation reduction potential. Oxygenation reduction potential. And a more negative charge, just like we get from the earth when we stand barefoot on the earth, we get a negative charge, which means we get boosted with electrons, which neutralize free radicals in the body and reduce inflammation. So just like earthing, which I've talked about in other videos, this water actually helps us reduce inflammation, and it's very, very high in antioxidants. So it helps the body with antioxidants and oxidation stress. And the third thing it does, so it boosts the pH balance. It gives you that negative ORP charge that you want. And the third thing is it actually changes the molecular structure of the water so that ideally you get 5 to 6 molecules in a cluster as opposed to 20 or 30 or larger amounts. And what that does is it makes it much better for your hydration. So the water actually gets into the cells the way it should and doesn't just pass through you. So this is called an eNagic machine. They're made in Japan. They're the best in the world. They are a bit pricey, so there's a sticker shock there. They're about $5,000. On the other hand, when you think about how much water you drink over the course of your lifetime and how important it is, again, your body is 75% water. So if it's not in a healthy balance, you're just asking for problems. So we start with water. And the idea here is we turn on the machine, talks to us. It separates the water. So out the one hose here, we get the actual high pH. It's set at 9.5 right now water, which is just incredibly tasty. So I will take my blender and I will begin with really healthy water. So that's ingredient number one, so to speak, in my smoothies. Get that really healthy water. Now what's coming out the other hose here, there's a second hose, is the acid water. So it's splitting the waters. You get the high alkaline water out the one hose, and you get the acid water coming out the second hose. Now, a lot of people might just let that go down the drain. I use it to water my plants. I've got hundreds of plants, and I love to, and they love the acidic water. I also use the acidic water to wash the countertops and things like that because the acid essentially kills everything. Now, remember something about acid. If you have a lot of acid in your body, think about what that does to your skin. You know, it causes a lot of wrinkles and aging. Think about what it does to your joints. Same thing. It destroys them eventually. It just breaks you down. So a highly acidic body, or a pool, if you will, is just asking for trouble. It's very destructive, self-destructive. A high alkaline body, think about a baby when they're born, how soft their skin is, how flexible they are, the joints and everything. They're very high in alkaline. All right, when the baby is born, as we age, we become more acidic, so to speak, and you can see it in people's faces, their skin, the way they walk and crouch. So pay attention to the water you're drinking. Now, if you haven't got a machine like this, and I travel quite frequently, so I can't take my machine with me everywhere I go, so I look for a couple of alternatives. One is really good mineral water. If you can get million-year-old mineral water right out of a natural spring, that's awesome. Or a good mineral water at a store. Or you can substitute things like coconut water. Coconut water is probably the best natural sports drink on the planet. Get good, pure, natural coconut water. Use that as a base. But whatever you do, be very careful about what you start with as a base because it's critical. So ask yourself this: how clean is my pool? Am I taking good care of my pool? Am I in a healthy pH balance? Start with water. That's my tip for today. Stay tuned, and I'm going to give you more as we go. Cheers.